Hey guys, Ikesoft Original here. A Ike Tech channel and I say Ike Tech in tree. On my platform ways, you see idea about anything concerning tech. And most of the concern I may raise and as a miniano, how people could probably learn mobile app development from scratch. Now, what pinpoint to a net edition and I say Bebre now interested in starting with Flutter, but the problem is they are having a lot of problem with that. And then maybe I to me mature the fundamentals of that, how that is very very impressive, very very good to learn. So may the cut that part, which me about that part.dev and the obeba aha, and you can practice along as I practice. Before we get started, so when you said this is your first time or joining my platform, you know, or share me now, won't follow me channel now, maybe I chop money now, my subscribe button, click the subscribe button so na bibia and you come up. Right, so let's get started. I only have like 10 minutes per each session. So your void main void main a initial starting point of every that programming. Now over inside her, this is where we write the code. See, there were differences between a syntax and a logic. They are not the same. See, a syntax a casa programming language in a TSC, and I say structure programming language, a TSC. In other words, your friend interpreter, right? Like in Chilemuno, language to me te in Chilemuna seno. Or non your friend interpreter. Okay, so any of function and I say logic. So technically logic kwanya obefa so obema BBSC or app ni no, we don't really care. You understand? We don't really care. All we know is at the NSC and a CVA yet to mean results, and that is called the logic. So adia maybe the can wasem how to print something in the console. Say we use a data, how to print something in the console. A very perfect hand-on exercise. I'll be to me actual print. Then inside the hana the crowd person print. So this is my first Flutter my first Dart try, right? This is my first Dart try. See, sadly way na me de print, it is termed as logic. But the moment me de sa semicolon way be chatwono, it becomes a syntax. See, even though the logic is to print and but me yi adie we ni fracture. See, it is telling me that hey, language is actually expecting something which you've not provided yet. You have to provide sa adie na interpreter no epese unyano no the tenia na say. So that is where you add a semicolon. So in that programming language, semicolon is termed as the syntax of the programming language, but how you write a certain function and as a certain action to perform something is termed as logic. Excellent. So since I always give me a runner, technically you see sebe printed. This is my first Dart try, which means yang and try we na yejuma. Great. If you were able to write something like this, congratulations, because technically you are picking something up. All right. So let's start with variables. See, I say variables are and then person to me bona me check variables ni mucho na utumi enya clear understanding. So variable ɛyɛ adeɛ bi a container bi a wo store bibi ɛwɔ mu sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wopɛ saa adeɛ na wokɔfa container na wowɔ saa adeɛ ne wɔ mu dada. So ma mema wo example yɛmfa ne sɛ wowɔ box bebree wɔ hɔ na wode mango akogu box baako mu na wode mango sticker abɔ ho. Wonya afa saa box na ɛkyerɛ sɛ wafa mango, right? Great, awesome. And on your friend variable. Now your data type of variables. Your strange variable. Your integer variable. And your boolean variable, boolean. And I say boolean data type. All of these are classified as data types, right? So your strange data types and your integer, your boolean, Samsung your double. Now you share how each of these a yejuma on set sadi we na make sure have double quote bimu sa double quote no your friend no strange. So metumi aka say strange. Now memma strange in din. So your friend welcome. Now may assign a welcome you to. This is my first that try, right? Then I end with a semicolon. Now semibaha instead say make sure this is my first that try. I can just say welcome. Why? Because welcome na ewahano. But the problem is sa print way should happen after this. We are going to be in fair print. Ewo mrafe na wo ba be declare. Into ye declare way and I create variable way. And you assign it a print function and I say a print logic. So now you mere run now. Technically, it's going to be the same thing. Nothing changes. So when your friend is strange, me patch strange a containing a deep word double quote and a single quote mubia a stem as strange. Mama show another thing. Strange another equals to single quote. Now Rebecca said this is my second that try. Oh now sir, this is my second that try way. Semebaha na me be print another ewaha perfect. Now mimia run na ebe print this is another try. This is my second that try. And so the amame. But what is the differences between a ye sa way anyway in term? Sorry, double quote and single quote. Now, what are the differences between the two of them? Real quick before we end the video. So, idea ma double quote ne single quote no, very unique and special. And they say, on say yes, this is my first that try. Yanka say yes, it's my car. See now, the idea way eba infinity, which is also a new thing. But here, say you copy sadie way near the ba infinity ha, then we will have an error. The reason being, and say double quote can recognize a single quote as a strange, but inside within a single quote can never treat another single quote within single quote as a strange. So to fix that, we add a forward slash. Now the forward slash will tell the interpreter to skip this and treat it as a strange. And yes, of course, you just click on run and it's going to be the same thing. So these are the differences between using double quote and single quote. All right, thank you very much for joining me on this particular edition, YDBC. But before we go, yes, I'll be back and be working on other data type. So if you've not followed my YouTube channel, subscribe it.